When do you think does a boy transition to a man? A lot of people would probably guess by reaching a specific age, like 30. But this is wrong. If you really pay close attention, you'll find a lot of 30-year-old men still acting and behaving like children, passing their time with useless, immature habits. On the other hand, you might encounter 12-year-old boys that spit wisdom that you never heard before. There's the saying that age is just a number, and it's true. See, transitioning to adults is different from males to females, even though the media will tell you otherwise. In any society, girls become women by reaching physical maturity, but for boys, it's different. Boys need to pass some kind of test. Boys need to prove their competence to protect and provide for their future women and children. When they are capable of this, then they transition to men. Sadly, in nowadays media and Hollywood movies, men are shown as incompetent and immature, which affects everybody watching subconsciously. Just have a look at Homer from Simpsons or Ken from the new Barbie movie. It's a harsh reality. So because of this, the average male is on a downfall to staying boys their entire lives. If you are a boy watching this, ask yourself if the habits you indulge in right now are different from the average man and set you apart to actual masculine adulthood, or if you just follow the footsteps of the weak, immature average man. Today, I want to show you 6 habits that will set you apart from the average male and that will help you get to transition to a man. The first habit is to take responsibility for all of your actions. Nowadays, most boys try to push off their responsibility to other people because they got taught this way. Usually for boys, there is mommy or daddy that will take the burden their little son caused. Because of this, boys learn that they don't have to face their own caused problems themselves, but instead just find a person that will do it for them. But guess what? Mommy or daddy won't be there for you anymore if you try to transition to a man. You need to become that figure yourself. There's a stoic rule that matches this. It says something along the lines of, being confronted with problems is inevitable. The only question is how you react to them. The second habit is to realize that you're not better. Modern men always try to outrank other males to show their brilliance. They think that they know more and that they have more experience in any skill imaginable. They want to make others feel inferior to them, so it polishes their ego. If you find yourself doing this, realize that this shows a lack of your own masculinity. It's a habit you should try to avoid at all costs. Every person has a unique talent that through telling you, you can benefit from. But if you think you're something better and special and that you already know everything there is to know, you will miss out on it. Also, if you feel the need to make people feel inferior to you, you are very likely got other areas you lack on. Always remember, it's usually the person that listens the most in conversations who is the most successful. Habit number 3. Always tell the truth, or at least don't lie. That is a rule from Jordan Peterson, and it's very true. See, lying is a very weak habit. It only shows that you're scared of something. So through lying, you only surrender to those fears. Instead, try to avoid lying and try to always be honest instead. Although it might hurt you sometimes, it will develop strength in your character and people will trust you more. It shows that you're not just a feather being blown away by whatever wind is coming next, but instead a rock. True to its nature, not changing for everyone, even if that means taking a hit. Habit 4. Speak with people. See, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but speaking with people will help you see the world out of multiple angles and therefore help you to build your character and learn life lessons. But in a distracted world like ours, it sadly got very rare. Instead of only communicating through your phone, try to actually get out and talk with people, giving them your full attention without side-eyeing your phone in the meantime. And again, it will benefit you a lot more if you let the other person do the talking instead of only talking yourself, so you really learn something like you do with these videos. A great way to get different perspectives is to travel to different countries and become a well-educated and cultured man. Habit 5. Quitting video games. I can understand why you're addicted to video games because I've been too. I wasted 6 years playing at least 5 hours a day being addicted to video games. Since I was a kid, that pretty much was all I cared about. And it makes sense. Video games are especially addictive to males because they are like a miniature version of the world. You can get in there, achieve something big, live the life you always wanted to live, and do the impossible. And all this in less time and with less stress and effort than in the real world. Sounds incredible, right? The only problem is that your real life avatar, which is the actual you, heavily declines during that time. Because you escape reality because it was too harsh to you, you get worse in every aspect of real life, which pulls you into video games even more. But through video games I learned this language and I learned how to make the decisions. Stop lying to yourself. Every single second you waste on video games you could have used to level up in real life. That's the way of the superior man. Habit 6. Stop complaining. I see a lot of 30-year-old boys complaining about everything. How unfair life is to them. What they don't see is that they are the cause of their own problems. Close to everything bad that happened in their life could have been prevented by them behaving differently and taking responsibility. Don't take this as demotivation though. Instead, use it to prevent problems happening in the future by acting now. Don't look back in the past except you try to learn from it. Everything else is foolish and wasted time. As soon as you get out of the habit of complaining, you'll be as annoyed by the complaining boys as I am. I can't be around them. But don't take this habit and understand it as being a slave that acts just the way someone tells you to act. Always analyze your duties first and think if it's right. But as soon as you have decided that they are right, don't complain when life gets tough. Stay big, man.